good evening, everyone, and I'm very happy that Lendi conducting this session on mind secret. Actually, so I welcome everyone on behalf of IIT Patna, and it is you may wonder why this as a technical man, what is the mind secret to be known? Because in IIT, in all other institutes also, today youth required more counseling than the technical knowledge, because today technical knowledge is very fastly, it is growing, and it is also very informative. So there is not a big deal to learn the technical subject. As far as I visited many countries, and I saw that people are very expert in technical knowledge. So along with the technical knowledge, we need which we do not understand our mind at all. So this mostly that we try to become a successful man, but there is some problem which always we became a distress, and stress come, anxiety come, and difficulty come. That's why this, although we try to become a successful, at last we landed with a failure. So how to become a successful person? So this is all about journey of my life as a BTech from RIC Raulkela and MTech PhD Kanpur. Then I worked in Tennessee, General Electric, and Pretoria University in South Africa. And I do research activities also as the solar and power electronics, wind power, wireless, smart grid, electric vehicle, multi-phase drives. So we come with that background, the age of advanced technology today, Industry 4.0, and there are many concepts behind this. And today, wireless technology, smart grid, big data system, IoT, cyber physical control, and everything automated, and everything is like today we are sitting far away from IIT Patna, you people able to hear it. And that is what the age of advanced technology. But although the technology is advancing, the living entity, you can see any point of the time, people are, the living entity is struggling very hard. For example, sometimes we are very happy, sometimes we are very distressed, sometimes we are loving, sometimes we are always fighting, sometimes we are loving. You can see the same case as even the animals. It's not that only human being. So they struggle, everyone is struggling due to their mind and the senses. Our mind detect, and we go to capture that one or try to get it. And the human being are more difficult situation today because of the coronavirus. Although we do not know which is corona, what is corona, but people are very scared. And I was coming from last month in March 3rd, I had a flight from Buenos Aires to Paris, from Paris to Delhi. So when I was coming, I don't had a mask. So in Buenos Aires, Argentina, they stopped me for not having a mask. So I have purchased a mask, then I put a mask, then they allowed me to go in the flight. And while coming to Paris, everybody is locked down. Everybody was locked down. It was so difficult to cross Paris and coming to India that time. And why? Because you can say that lot of good facility, medical, everything is there, but still the unknown virus could able to stop all the research activity, all industrial entrepreneurs, and everything is stopped within a very flickering time. So it is very, very scary. So everyone is struggling. And why we struggling? See, we will see the mechanism of the mind. Mind is the very decisive force in our body. If mind says, please move, you move. Mind is the director for your, you don't use sometimes intelligence. You don't use your subtle senses. The mind mechanism is that one. The intelligent, he is the decision maker. He makes the decision. And then mind is the storehouse of thought, because mind gets so many, because mind transmit many kind of waves, and so you also receive many kind of waves. How you know? For example, you just open your mobile, you can see that there is some energy which detecting your mobile, and mobile is showing that there is a signal. So signal, that means there is some kind of energy. Similarly, the space contains both positive energy and negative energy. And this positive energy and negative energy, when they are reflected, they are attacked to your mind, mind creates different thoughts. Because of the different thoughts, and the mind try to, although he get a different thought, mind try to analyze that and compute that. After computing, he developed many desires according to your eyes, nose, and tongue. So everything as your mind, the eyes receive, and nose, tongue, ear, and skin. These are the senses. Senses means input to your complete control system. So your input, whatever the input come, you act on that principle. So that is what the mind is the store out of thought and unfulfilled desire. There are many things. For example, for past you always lament. For present you are not satisfied. For the future you are always anxious. What will be the situation? So everything we are, every day we are experiencing this, but tomorrow what will happen? And we don't know. For example, in our faculty form, everybody is asking, what will be lockdown 5.0? So everybody is very fearful for lockdown 5.0, because everything completely IIT Patna is closed. Nobody is here because of the anxiety. And they have many unfulfilled desire. Because of the lockdown, not a single desire is fulfilled. And we have previous experience also. And as this experience is, we have many experiences previously, and that experience sometimes strikes. For example, you ate a rasgulla, and you are driving a car or you are going in the way, and you find a rasgulla shop. You see the rasgulla, the mind desires, because the taste is there. Similarly, different kind of taste. So the mind can be a good friend to you, and mind can be a bad friend to you. If there is an examination and there is a cricket match, so you can think which one you want to choose, whether you will go to cricket match or you will study. That is very, so who can choose this one? And some people, how you can choose it? That whether you will go to cricket for a cricket match or you will study for tomorrow's exam. It is your intelligence, the mind. The mind decides actually what to do. So if the mind is helpful, is friendly to you, it will give suggestion which is good. Like mind is control, is like a knife. If it is with a thief, he can kill a man. But when it is in the hands of a surgeon, it can save a life. So the most important thing is to understand the characteristics of mind. So when this mind is not characterized and controlled, you never understood what is the mind principle, then we get a lack of confidence. You always feel that whether I can do it or not. Although you think that you are a very powerful man, and as you lack of confidence will start, you will start decrying yourself actually. And that will create the depression and the stress, hypertension, and weakened determination. For example, you are thinking that today I will read very nicely, and your friends came, oh, what are you doing today? Are you studying now? Yes, yes, I am studying. Today I will finish my this course. Array, please come. We will go for tea shop and have a tea and come back we will do. And you will see that on that day you go with your friend and spend whole time in this tea shop, and when you come back, you have no mood you have no mood to do the again you join in this study, and loss of trust actually, because you don't have firm faith in yourself. That's why you don't have trust on others also, and this create dangerous disease also. Because of the stress, we create dangerous disease and damage to oneself, sometimes family, sometimes society. So if you see this one, the biggest problem today in our, for example, in IIT Kanpur, I was counseling many boys, and out of that, I have know their stories. It is so abominable that I cannot explain to anyone also. It is so abominable. And it becomes more and more because of the drug addiction today within the IIT in the Kanpur. There are a lot of drug addiction because of this. So before going to anything, we will today discuss what is the body-mind connection. Before going into the detail how to control it, first thing is how to...
Sir, sorry to disturb you, sir.
Yes?
Dear participants, please don't write anything on the screen. It's a humble request to you. Please don't write anything on the screen. Please control your mobile controls. Thanks. Thank you very much. Please erase the remarks in the screen.
Okay. So, okay, the mind-body connection, the mind thought comes, and mind is very subtle. If you see in your body, I will ask you, can you show me the mind? Nobody can show you. Nobody can see. Can you show me the intelligent? Nobody can see the intelligent. That's why if you go to, I visited to Bhimambaram one engineering college, women's engineering college. There it is written that the intelligence is given to you. Intelligence is given to you by God, and it should be used in the service of others, for the mankind and all the living beings. That's why don't be proud of your intelligence. So similarly, the mind, we don't see the mind desires, and in the mind is very subtle, and mental thought changes your physical parameter. For example, if there is a sound of a tiger is coming, and there is sound, then when the tiger shouted, then the entire body starts trembling, because you have not seen whether there is a tiger or not, but still it changes your body structure, and this changes the physical parameter of your body, and this reflects on your gross parameter. Although the mind is very subtle, it can reflect in your body, and that is called the mind-body connection. So we will see few very beautiful examples. First experiment, Dr. Julie, she was a PhD student in the University of Minnesota. She was well educated. Her father is the chief of one of the state, and splendid, attractive, interesting career, good friend. So everything is great, but not exactly. Julie has a diabetes, and then she was working in a job she was anxious about running a business. Then as she start thinking about business, she feel herself very angry. And then she start thinking the same thing. And then her blood sugar increases and she go to coma and twice or once a month. So what do you think? That is such a great, she has a very big career, and University of Minnesota, many IITians, they go there for studying that in that place, and how it affects our thought, feeling and belief, attitude can positively or negatively affect the biological function, and finally our mind can affect very how healthy our body are. So this is the mind-body connection, and this mind-body connection is very subtle, and nobody can understand. I'll give another example. It's to body-mind connection. There was a very great doctor. His name was Stewart Wolf. Actually, in Baltimore, he has a big clinic, nursing home. And in that clinic, he used to take care of the pregnant women. When the lady come with a pregnancy to his clinic, he will always say, "You have visited to my clinic, thank you very much. And I will give a EPAC, one medicine for stopping the vomiting." So then what he will do, he will give a medicine, he will tell her that I have bring this medicine from a great pharma, and I have tested this medicine for 10,000 ladies, and please take it and you drink it and your vomiting will stop. So you can see that when the vomiting is not the disease of the physical body, it is only the mind. And when that lady understands that it is from a great pharma company and it is already tested, even if she will take that medicine, suddenly she will stop thinking that there is any vomiting. So she stopped vomiting. So he did for this one, and he has written a big thesis on this, that what is the body-mind connection. Although it is just the vomiting starts from the mind, and then it reflects in your body, and a woman is experiencing that one. And he understood and gave this medicine to her, and she could able to recover, and she never have vomiting. Another experiment, number 3, it is called placebo effect. Placebo effect is called the blank pill. Although if you see MIT medical thesis report, they don't encourage this placebo effect because it is a chance of 50% success, not 100%. In the placebo effect, what do? They have a blank pill, and when a diseased person comes, and they will tell, this pill you take, immediately it will heal your disease. So this placebo effect, when somebody takes this medicine and a blank pill, then suddenly this will affect on the body without any problem actually. So this can influence the powerful, it is so powerful enough to mimic the effect of medicinal treatment that sometimes for example, in our village, there was a doctor, I remember, and that doctor will take he will go to tribal villages for the medicine, and that doctor will visit by a cycle to nearby tribal villages. In the tribal villages, once while he was taking his medical kit, so he saw that he only got the needle and he forgot to bring the syringe which will carry this medicine. So generally these tribals are very innocent. So this doctor will tell them, you look that side, oh, they will come that I am having fever, I am having this or that. then he will tell them, you please look that side, I will give an injection. So what he will do, he will only take the needle and push the needle and then bring out. That's all. And then they'll say, okay, I have given you medicine, give 20 rupees. So he will collect 20 rupees from each person without anything, just putting the needle inside and bringing out. So this is called the placebo effect. No medicine, and they feel that, yes, doctor has given me injection, so now I am a cure. So this is what it is called the placebo effect. Although you don't take the medicine, but you think that, yes, I have got this medicine, and that is why you became cured. Another is called the nocebo effect. Okay, this is another thing. Nocebo effect means, although many people, they come to the hospital, they will think that no, this disease will not cure, this will not cure. For example, I have seen one of my uncle was a cancer patient, and somebody told him that you will die and there is no treatment like that. So because he was hearing every day, even though we were giving medicine, it was not affecting him at all. He was thinking, no, I will die because I cannot live, I will die, I am going to die. Because he set your mind that it will not affect me, it will never affect you. Similarly, in our life also, if we see, when you became above the mind, above the charge of your mind, then exactly you will behave like this. That even if there is a fame, name, you have everything, you will never think it is mine. So that is inert way of understanding. So this is a nocebo effect, where it will not work at all. There is another experiment number 5. If you read the Norman Cousins one novel, he has written Anatomy of an Illness. So he got a disease called blood cancer. Okay. And when he got this disease of blood cancer, and he was not able to move his jaw even, he became so, his body became so addicted, and the body he could not able to move. And he has a friend, a doctor friend, and Dr. William, he told that in every 500 person, only one person they live. And only one person they can cure. So it is very difficult to recover from the disease. You are going to die. But what he told, he just thought that let me try myself. So what he did, next day he went to a store and purchased 500 the humorous movies. And every day he will see those humorous movies, and that humorous movie, when he will see, he will laugh very loudly, and every day he will think that there are so many the cells, they are dying, the cancer cells are dying in my body, and every day he was thinking that, oh, due to this laughing, it creates a positive virus, and which kills this blood cancer virus, and he lived for 75 years. Although he got this blood cancer at the age of 23 years, and he lived up to 75 years. And he has written this novel Anatomy of an Illness. So you can read this very beautiful one, and he has given many of his theories in his web page. And this is how the body-mind connection. If your mind is healthy, you are very healthy. Because our mind is not healthy, that is why we are not healthy. So today in the modern world, the most of the students I am seeing here in the IIT Patna, they are very, very difficult for controlling their sleep first. They don't have good habit And because they don't have good habit, they suffer so much academically, mentally, and also the anxiety always remains, and they are not able to do very good thing. That's why heartily laughter is a good way of jog internally without having go outdoor. You need not to go to a doctor if your mind has the power to cure everything. So if you see, when we in the science we study mind capacity. If you see the mind capacity, mind does 10 to the power 15 operations per second. You also don't know that it is going on, but mind is doing in subconscious level, not in your. You don't know blood flows in the vein with exact pressure to keep us alive. Blood flows. You are not pressurized. Like last week, I had given a talk on medical drives. So I had given what the medical, that when our lung could not able to pump the blood, then that time we use a small motor for pumping the blood in the veins. So as we are pumping the blood, and what must be the speed of that one, there should not be vibration, that should be isolated, and the power should be completely, it should be insulated, so many things. But without knowing that one, your blood is always flowing in your body, and core temperature is maintained always. Although you don't know, but core temperature of the body always maintained. Outside, you in the Patna, it is very cold, but when you see inside.
Sir, small request, sir. Please
Yes.
be away from you, sir. Some distance.
Huh?
Mic, sir. Mic, some distance, sir.
Okay, Mike, now it is okay? Is it okay?
You speak it, sir. You speak out.
Just because my other one is not working, that is what. Okay. So, core temperature of the body is maintained always. And although you don't know, continuous heartbeat is going on, and which keeps pumping your blood into your veins. And 150 trillion synapses and 85 billion neural cells. They act every second without your knowledge. And when you see such a complex system, what to think? This complex system, can you understand this complex system? Although biological thing, everything we have did so much research, till today we cannot understand what is the working principle of a simple, a finger, a hand. Nowadays our students are designing a tactile hand for capturing for the artificial hand. In that, when they put all the stepper motors in many junctions, they see that as soon as they put the stepper motor, if it will become a little more tight, then the stepper motor fail and they burn also. But you can understand that in our body so many stepper motors are there, and they are properly vanished, and they are working for 80, 90, 100 years without understanding ours. We don't understand this also. So when we come, it is very, I think this screen maybe, okay. So when you get subliminal message, that means the subconscious information system. Like you get information from the senses, eye, they see. For example, you are going in a scooty and there is a car coming towards you. Suddenly your hand goes, I give information, there is an obstacle, and mind processes and hand act like this. So these are called the subconscious information. And when you get the subconscious information through different senses, and the shape is given in subconscious mind. And when the subconscious mind gives, Then there is, for example, when school children or a school finish up to 10th class, a school child see average 8,000 murders in the TV and 1 lakh act of violence in TV. So when he see this thing, in the backside of his mind, it is becoming the subconscious level. It is like a storehouse, like you give sometime in a computer, you make a shortcut, D drive shortcut. You just click that shortcut, it goes to D drive. Similarly, in your subconscious, this murder, this act of violence is stored in the subconscious level. When you see that one, or you are not able to digest something, so sometimes it comes out. That's why I have in America, I have seen once I was working in Tennessee Technological University. There was 2 black Negroes, and there was a boy from Andhra Pradesh. So in the night around 10 o'clock, this boy was carrying some food to his friend's room, other room, because all the rooms are not connected. It is 100 meter, 200 meter away from each other. And this boy was bringing some food to other room, and these 2 black Negroes, they were drunkard so much, and they are moving that time with a gun, revolver gun, like this. They are rotating and they use it to move. And they must have asked some money. Whenever they see Indian, they generally ask, give some dollar. So you should keep some $10, $20 like that. You give them, they will go. And this boy had no money and he was bringing this food. And I think they asked something. And suddenly these 2 persons, they fired both of them. And they took their own car and left that place. So in front of me, I have seen, because I was just about to sleep, I was just looking from the window, and they did it and left. And suddenly I came out and tried to help him, but he was no more. He already died after just 20 minutes, 10-15 minutes he died actually. So this in the America, these are the common thing actually, because in America people, they do very, very costly action. I have seen one boy in somebody's house I used to stay. That boy till 2 o'clock, she will play the video game, killing the man. When he kill, lot of blood will come, and this boy will laugh so much. And sometime I entered in his room, and he will tell, get out. Because in America, you cannot enter anybody's, even your son's room, without his permission, you cannot enter. So much privacy. So he threw me out. And then he called me after 10 minutes. He told, come, what you want to see? I told, why you are shouting? So he told that, I have killed 10 people today, like this. As they animate the thing in their mind, they can act reality. That is why today in India also, we are also progressing very fast. And everything, listen, positive thing has a higher vibrational frequency, and negative thing has a lower vibrational frequency. When we have positive, some positive thing come, you will become very excited. Oh, somebody told, Arey, you got a job in Google. So you will come runningly, yes, I am so happy. And somebody will tell, oh, you fail in this exam. So suddenly your negative will become lower vibration. Enthusiasm will never come. And that is why we must learn that how to. There was a great singer, Gaga. She has an album called Bad Romance. In that album, she has sing very beautifully. I want your drama, I want your ugly, I want your disease, I want a bad romance. So when the song, you hear this type of song, today in India also so many third class songs are available. When you hear that song, that creates another kind of violence in your brain and in the back of mind. And our thought creates us. Whatever you think, it creates. Hence, we have to very extremely careful while listening to this type of music or association and music and controlling our thoughts and associating with people. And it is very, 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 very important to understand this. So, if we are not control mind, so how our mind will be? This video will show you very beautiful how this control mind, a simple, you can see this video. So, you have seen a simple movie of Charlie Chaplin, that how the mind, if it is perfect, how you can enjoy everything what you do. If the mind is not perfectly in order, so how it is become difficult. First thing, in the youth, mind is always striving for success. But youth never think that how to achieve this success. So first thing is, youth is a time for mind, body, spirit to be nurtured and developed through discipline. When we don't have a discipline in our life, you cannot develop your thought. The thought, like I was reading in neuroscience, that when you sleep for more time, for example, today, all the youth, they sleep for long time. I have seen in IIT Patna, one boy, he comes, he gets up around 12 o'clock in the morning. I ask, when you sleep? Now 3 o'clock he sleeps and gets up 12 o'clock. So when you sleep for a long time, your brain cells actually, which is there to develop, because all the neurons, they should fire. When they fire it, they will wire it. If they don't fire, they will not wire. That's why those who are very intelligent people, their sleeping habit is very small. They sleep at 2 hours, 3 hours. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was a magistrate in the American government. He used to sleep 2 hours. And less you sleep, more your brain cells will develop. And more you sleep, more your brain cells will die day by day, which is in neuroscience. That is a big topic. I don't want to go to that topic, because if I'll go to that history, then we cannot finish this one. Okay? So I can tell you one thing, that more you become active, sleep must be very minimal, which is required for different bodies. It starts from 6 hours during youth time, 6 hours to 1 hour. It depends on the body. Somebody will sleep 6 hours, somebody will sleep 1 hour. So that is how this body and the spirit should be nurtured according to that discipline. Is the most important thing. Like in our class in the machine lab, I asked one boy, all the students in machine lab, at 2 o'clock, I asked how many people have taken a bath. Only out of 45 people, only one person took bath. So I sent the whole class, please go and take bath and come back. So like that, discipline is not there, basic thing. Unfortunately, today in the school, college also, we became very professional. We come and teach and go. We don't see whether students are gaining, students are actually helped, or students are studying, or their mind, what is the state of their mind. No teacher concerned for that. So unfortunate situation today, that we don't teach nothing about self-control, how to do that, because we ourselves is not controlled. And no course are offered in ethics, philosophy or religion. There is no course on ethics, because those who teach also ethics, they don't follow the ethic. So for those who want to know the ethic or philosophy or religion, they must practice it and say. Because we don't practice it, that is why we always, when we say, there is no good effect on the students. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, there is a beautiful verse. It says, Bandhuratman manaste shayena metvanto najitaha anatmanarastu satrute varte tatmeva satruvat. For him who has conquered the mind is the best friend. For one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So how to achieve the mind success? So the mind success, first thing is positive thinking. So how you will gain positive thinking? Positive thinking you can get. For example, there was a family, and wife, husband, a kid, and mother, the husband's mother. They all were traveling in a boat to cross a river. And while traveling in a boat, they are trying to cross the river. And in the middle of the river, the wife asked the husband, the wife asked the husband that the boatmen know how to swim, and you know how to swim. But we all don't know, your child don't know, I don't know, your mother don't know how to swim. And somehow or other, if this boat will drown in the river, to whom you will save? So husband told that definitely I will save my mother, because I can get another wife also, and I can get another child, but I cannot get another mother, so I will save my mother only. So the wife became very disturbed, and they came to home. When they came to home, she thought that this person is a very selfish fellow, and I was thinking that he is my husband. Then she go to neighbor and told, while coming in the way, I asked my husband that how I will, I became, I am serving him, I am cooking for him, I am taking care of his children, I do everything. And this person told that I will only save my mother, I will not save both of you in the middle of the river. So she became very disturbed. Again, she visited to another house and she told the same thing. So she asked another lady, what I should do, what I should do, what I should do. He asked many people. And after that, one lady told, you see, the problem is very simple, solution is very simple. So if you don't know swimming, so if you learn the swimming, it is easier, there is no problem. You please learn the swimming. So this is our condition, that we should never think something, the negative things. When negative things come, you must associate such people that nobody, for example, here, there was a student in the quota, he was a topper number 1. And when he appeared IIT, he has not got proper good rank. So he came to IIT Patna, electrical department. When he came, all his friends, they used to tell him, all his friends joined in IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, like that. And this fellow came here and he was very distressed. And people also made him more distressed by speaking him, pagal, 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 like that, mad fellow, mad fellow. So he became real mad after 4 years. So that is why we should associate who encourages us. Second thing, responsibility. You came to IIT, some college for studying, and you must become responsible that your father is giving something, and you must study for that one. And inspiration is the key, like Einstein. Inspiration means the most important thing is that we must be an inspired person in our life. For example, in India, many people, they inspired by Professor APJ Abdul Kalam. And many people, I also visited to his home in Rameswaram. When I visited his house also. I like very much because of his so much into science, so much into the spirituality, so much into his intellectual ability. And I like him because of his habit, his good habit also, and detachment. Although he was a president of India, he never possessed anything. He was like a bachelor saint, actually, you can say. So many people, we are inspired, such people, and we must take the guidance as an inspiration. And the second thing, try to get the knowledge, which is the best knowledge, not by reading a novel and you should not cry. Many people, they read a novel and they cry. That is nonsense, actually. Novel reading is for a fun, not to be cried. And you read and forget. And then discipline. Discipline is the first thing, that we must sleep for less time. We must be very punctual to our homework. We must be punctual to our classroom. We should never be late into the classroom. We must always strive to help others. It's not that, oh, I should not help others. Everyone should be helped. And there are 5 steps to control the mind. First step, do not allow the senses to wander astray in any direction they want. If they want in the dead of the, for example, in dead of the night, they wondered that, oh, now we should go to nightclub. I have seen in America, many Indian students, they will get up at 2 o'clock. So I was in the roommate. So I'll ask, where you will go? No, we will go sometime to nightclub. You see, in the nightclub they go, and while going, you will see that in a year, at least 2-3 people are killed in that nightclub. So we must know that why to go there. Your parents sent you to study and you must study and finish it. After that, you go to nightclub, you go anywhere, who cares? But you must do your duty at that time. So you need to control that senses. Unnecessary thing. Sometime night 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you go and chit chatting in WhatsApp, Facebook, so many things. And engage the senses and mind in the topics of God and inspiring personalities. So, because when you think this one, for example, you go to, I visited to Simanchalam with your HOD, Dr. Narendra. So in the Simanchalam, I saw the food distribution is the greatest gift for the human society. Really, food distribution. And the personality like Srila Prabhupada, who created a revolution throughout the world and taught entire world how to live a holistic life. So we must take guidance from there. And understand the meaning of the life, because we take birth and meaning of the life we never. For example, there was a person, his name was he was a professor, Preet Chaudhary, and where I was working in the USA, he was a very old man. He used to come and he had nobody there with him. I asked, "Sir, you are Indian?" He told, yes, I am Indian. I was a head of the department here, director. I told, "Sir, why don't you go to India?" He told, "Nobody there in India now." I told, "Why you stay here?" He told, "I have married 3 people. In America, I married 3 ladies, and I had 4 kids also, but my kids, where they are, I don't know. And I married 3 women also, where they are also, I don't know. So I am alone here. And he will come sometime in the winter season to indoor game. I was also running, so he will come. So sometime I'll sit and talk to him. That you can ask him, that time he understood that this Bhagavad Gita is so important actually. So we should read so thought-provoking books and then associate with positive-minded people. You should not associate a person who will tell, "Hey, you don't get good mark, don't come to my room." So you must have a positive personality, positive person who will encourage you, who always give guidance to you. No, it is no problem. Please do it. And that is what today's students is required. And who inspires you or who is trying to control his mind. So these type of person, you must meet them. And who don't inspire you, must understand, who speaks about others, they are most vulnerable. Don't talk to them. And it is very tough actually. And another thing, best use of human life for giving others and bringing smile on others' face. So like in IIT Patna, we have our students, our alumni, everybody, they helped us. And we could able to feed more than 3,000 people. We give 3 kilo of rice and 1 kilo of dal and 1.5 kilo of potatoes. And if you go to them and their happiness by seeing others' happiness, you will become very happy. And which we need to learn these signs actually. That's why Mother Teresa used to say, we don't do big work, but we do the small work with great love. So this we required everybody to imbibe in our body. And when you see like a fruit tree, if the fruit tree never eat, although he has a fruit, he give to you, all of you. He gives fruit to others. That's why the fruit tree is always laughing and dancing in the air. So similarly, when you become useful for others, for example, your friend, he don't have a book, you give a small book to him. That is a great help. For example, we go to different in the IIT. We also make a yoga retreat, teaching the mind early morning to our students. how to control the mind. Very beautiful scene in IIT Patna, 500 acres land. And I invite everyone to visit IIT Patna. And in this 500 acres land, we go and have a picnic, we chit chat, we understand each other, and we try to control the mind. And this way you can very easily, you can remove the negative thoughts from your mind very easily. We go to different unprivileged poor schools, and also we connect ourselves with those people. You will always feel blessed that God has given so much, and you can, by seeing many children in their pant, there is a big hole. And when you see that one, you can understand what God has given to you. There is a person in that village, I was distributing rice, and that person, both the leg is not working, he's sitting. So I thank to God, my dear Lord, you have given 2 legs, I could able to walk, and this person cannot walk. So that means when you meet with those people, you will feel that what is the God's grace upon you. You always praise yourself that how I am so useful. So like another food program, you can see here, this is, we go to the school and we distribute. For you, this food may not be important. For them, it is a great help. That is why for you, a laptop may not be a big gift. For these people, a simple pencil, a pen, 125-piece chocolate, also a big thing for them. That is why, my dear friends, please share and care. Whatever you get for others, you will become very happy. Your mind will automatically control, and you will feel inner happiness. And by giving others, that happiness you cannot derive by getting everywhere. There was a very beautiful joke. In a village, there were 2 persons. One person was every day praying to God, my dear God, please give me one thing, that please give me that in the next life, I should not give others, they should give me everything. And another person in that village, he used to pray to God that, my dear Lord, you always you make me such that I should give others, I should never take from others. So in the next life, who thought that I will only take from others, he became in that village a beggar. So beggar cannot give to others, he only take from others. And this person became a very rich man, where he always give to others. So this is our life. When you give to others, you will see that you get multiple things. When you become selfish and keep yourself, you cannot gain anything. So that is why the benefit of mind control is that you have a cool mind and a peaceful, clear intelligence, purified senses, and better concentration and memory, which a student is required. Cool mind, you don't worry anything, you just go on studying. Peaceful, because when you are peaceful, you can do better. Like people study 10 hours, you study 1 hour, you are very beautifully and clear intelligence. You will see that you understand perfectly, and purified senses, so senses will not drag that please go low, lust, anger will never come, because the purified senses, and that will give you better concentration and memory. I can tell my own story. In MTech, when I joined in IIT Kanpur, I was I was a lecturer in Parvatipuram Bhitam College. So I joined IIT Kanpur as an MTech student. And in the MTech, I saw that there are a very difficult subject. And in the MTech, I got somehow CPI 7.75. And when I practiced this mind control, by the help of one of my teacher, Dr. Lakshmindar Behera, he is a professor now in IIT Kanpur. He taught me this principle of mind control. by chanting the mantra of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. In PhD, I became class topper. 10 out of 10 I always get. So this is the benefit of that one. In those time, I struggle to get 8 point, and this time I don't struggle to get 8 point, but I get it. For example, when you are learning cycle, you will see that when you are learning cycle, you give lot of difficulty and effort, and it is very difficult. After some time, you will see that you are conscious and driving cycle. After some time, you will see that you are unconscious, but you are driving the cycle. And this is the benefit of this mind control. And all of you, I must request you, please practice this benefit of this one, and you will definitely become a great man. And those who are a great man, they can create revolution. And those who control mind, they can create revolution. And more efficient will generate. So that we must understand that we must give equal response, equal respect to everyone. And in this way, you must gain a more value to your life, not by just by sharing others, you will gain more value to your life. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any question or comment, I can take.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Request to all the participants, please raise hand for queries or interaction with sir. Shankar, please unmute the persons who have raised the hand.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And
J. Vijay Chandra has raised you.
okay, one more point. Shortly, you receive the feedback and certification link at chat box, both YouTube as well as Zoom. So kindly fill for your e-certification. Okay, Vijay Chandra sir, continue.
Hello.
Okay, you are audible.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, can you suggest us some books to be study, sir, on mind control?
There are many books actually written by Srila Prabhupada, and these books should not be agitate your mind. So especially the moral books, and you should not read such book which will agitate your mind. And Bhagavad Gita is the best book for especially those who are Indian. For them, the Bhagavad Gita is available everywhere. And if you go through that one, always it is a great book. And if you want to study the stories, there is Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran, where beautiful stories are given. And Ramayana is a great stories book.
Yes, sir.
That easily you will see that initially it may not be, because we are not habituated to this. So initially you may not like it. But as you go on doing this, you will see that at last you gain the beauty within you. all about to understand the mind, and that is why I have not gone the detail. And when this human system decrease, then habits will take the action, and what that habits will do, they will affect on the blood cell, white blood cell, and because of that white blood cell effect, your entire the body structure, all kind of disease will start growing in your body. That is why it is very important to control the mind. Okay, there are many the scientific theories behind this. I am not going in detail, and so sometime I'll tell when you are interested. I'll tell. You can take my email if you ask. I'll tell all detail. Okay, so that will affect a lot to your body. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Nagaraj garu?
Yes, yes.
Yes. You can speak.
Sir, one more question. Sir, like you told that we have to control the anger because it has a side effects if we have that control. See, sometimes we'll come into a situation such that, like today morning I came, when even you are driving in the right side, some persons will come in the wrong side directly opposite to you. In such a case, we will get anger by default.
Yes.
So how to control in such a situations also?
So when the anger comes, you just unmute you for a few seconds. Then you will see that your mind will never allow you to get anger. Because just because he don't understand, and the people are like this only. For example, when you do some social service also, many people they ask, why you do this one? You have some selfish interest. You get my point? So these are the things you will gain that one. But when you slowly control your anger, you will see that once you forgive him, next time you will see it become automatic to you. For example, one house I visited long back, and that house, those people they told me, first you go out from this place. So I came out from his house. And when I came out, then again they called me. They told me, sir, sorry, I don't know that you are IIT professor. But when I came out, I came to my house. Again, next day they called, and they don't know that I am IIT professor. They told, I am sorry, sir, you have not told us also anything. You left this place, and please come, please come. So they invited me that village, and they gave good respect. Because if at the same time, if I would have told, why you are doing like this, I am this, that will no value actually, because they cannot understand that time. So similarly, even you will become angry, that person will come and shout at you, or you will shout, something will happen. Whether some people are like that, let it go. That is what our principles. Wherever it requires, for example, Hanuman became angry and he burned Lanka. It is for Lord's purpose, not for his benefit. That we can do. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next, Aditya.
Hello.
Aditya, you can talk with sir.
Sir, firstly, thank you for your wonderful words, sir. And coming to my question, is success directly proportional to good and stable mind, or else any external factors do affect it?
No, success is what we don't know what is success first. You get my point?
Yes, sir.
For example, when you are a child, what was your success? To get a toy. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When you came to school, what was your success? Pen, pencil, this was success. Parents gave pen, pencil, success came. Okay? When you became an engineering student, then what you mean by success? Getting a job.
Yes, sir.
That is success. And that after getting a job, getting a good wife, Sundari, is another success. Yes or no? You get a Sundari, that is success. And after getting Sundari, getting a child is a success. You get my point?
Yes, sir.
After getting these two, then your maintenance of the house becomes success.
Yes,
So
sir.
all the success, why it is changing every time? Success means you must understand that you are a human being. You took birth here just for helping others and to help yourself to grow your conscious, to develop your conscious to a higher level. That is the success. But in the material world, we think that, oh, I got engineering means I am successful. But that is not success here. For example, IIT, so many professors are there here. I am also. And everybody, they are in the room, they are closing the door. Even the milk come, milkman will give, and you have to take by rope. Is it a success life? Not success at all. A successful life who is fearless, who is benevolent to others, who imbibe. You may be a very successful man, you got a Rashtrapati of India, but if you are not good at your activities, for example, APJ Abdul Kalam, why people remember him? Because of whenever you get how much time you got 24 hours, yes or no? Out of 24 hours, you sleep for 6 hours. Huh? So out of 24 hours, 6 hours when sleep, you got 18 hours. After 18 hours, 8 hours is your college or school. And you got 10 hours free time. Out of 10 hours, you practice your how to control mind for maybe or 2 hours for eating, sleeping, another 8 hours with you. But you don't know how to utilize that 8 hours. So when you study, for example, today you in your class, you have studied, your class is over. As soon as you come back, evening 2 hours you must read that whatever taught in the class. And when you get up in the early morning, you just sit down and think what you have studied yesterday. And when you think that one and write once, okay, write once by pen and paper, you write down whatever you would think. And when you write it, you will see that it will map it in your brain. And regularly you must do. It's not that during exam only you study and whole semester you go here and then all do nonsense. No. The mind mapping means first you read every day and 4 hours I must study for my education. When you do this one, this practice will improve your brain power also. You can see, you can tell me also. I used to read for whole book. I will then think in the morning, oh, I have read this one, I have read this Kirchhoff's law, then I read this AC analysis, DC analysis. Then I'll write down the main points. When you write down the main points, you know everything and it will store in your brain easily. And this is a very easy method. You do it and let me know. My email address also there. You can tell me. Okay?
Okay, sir. Next, GPG College, Deepak Kumar. Deepak Kumar.
Yes, Prabhuji. I am audible. Please confirm.
Please.
Yes, you please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I am Deepak from Danapur. Prabhuji, my question is that being a student, how should I routine our day to do spiritual work as well as our academic syllabus? Because every time you suggest that the spiritual work should be done at a Brahm Muhurat in morning hour, and our academic teachers say that you should study your syllabus in the morning. So what we study in the morning? Our spiritual books or chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra or our academic syllabus? Hare Krishna.
You see, you get 8 hours free time. I have told you just before that out of 24 hours, 8 hours is in our hand. If this 8 hours, you use 4 hours for your study and 4 hours for the when spirituality, you have 4 hours. So you should know how to manage. For example, I have a class today. So I have generally used to have class early morning 8 o'clock. So I must prepare. So I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I finish my whatever spiritual activities by 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then 4:30. And then I study myself for my college. And by that time, 2 hours I spend for my spiritual activities. And other remaining time I spend my teaching. So you know better how you will manage. But time is in your hand, 8 hours free time. So you manage, you study. If regularly you will study 2 hours in the morning and evening 2 hours, 4 hours, I can tell anyone who studies the 4 hours regularly, they don't require to study during even exam time, I can tell. Exam time, everybody is studying, they will be moved like a free man. So there is no problem. So you just practice like this. You get up very early and sleep little early by 10 o'clock. 10 to 12 sleep or 10 to 2 o'clock, 4 hours sleep, sufficient. Whole day you work, 24 hours is given to you. So we should take this rest of the time, we should manage. Okay?
Okay, sir. The last participant, sir, Sirisha. Sirisha.
Hello. Sir, your speech is extraordinary, sir. Just a lot of enlightenment came to us, sir. Sir, see, sir, nowadays it's becoming very difficult to grow children, sir. I'm having 2 kids, sir. frequently telling to those people to do this, to do that, and without getting angry, how to overcome that frequently so many times we should say to those people to do this, to do that. This I'm doing PhD, sir, and growing children is becoming one more PhD to me, sir.
Yes.
How it, nowadays it's I'm doing 2 PhDs, sir, now, because both are boys, sir. This may not be useful to so many people, but personally I'm asking, sir, how to overcome that.
The most important thing is that we must know how to engage them. First thing, we should not expose them, especially in the house. When we have a TV, although we want to teach them the culture or whatever you want to teach them, but they don't gain knowledge by you only. They gain whatever knowledge they gain from the TV only, most of the time. That is why we are not able to control them. First thing is that the most important, no mobile, no this thing. Then how to engage them? For example, in my house, if you come, we do not have any TV, and all our faculties, children, they send to my house. Please go to their house and play, because in my house, the children will never catch any mobile. They don't know also nothing mobile, no TV, nothing actually. Why? Because they are engaged. Always I will give some painting and I'll take them outside. We will go outside, visit with them, stay with them, tell them very nice stories about moral stories from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. For example, in the night, by 9 o'clock, 2 kids, they will come and tell me, Papa, please tell me one story. By telling the story, they both will sleep, I will also sleep. So, we will sleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, we do not, you need to know that how to make them, where they are agitated, we should not agitate. And the boys, they are very naughty always, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because the boys are very uncontrolled.
Yes, sir.
And because they will see little drama also, they will dance like that. And
Yes,
they
sir.
are very voracious, they will go in your wall, they will climb, so many things they will do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mischievous things,
Boys
sir.
control is very difficult. So to control them, you have to make them running. For example, I take 2 of my kids in the evening. I tell who can run from here to there. It is 3 kilometers. And they both practice how to run that much. Who will be fast? So when they reach there and come 3 times, they are already tired. They will not do any nonsense. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You must teach that one. And when they come back to home, I take them outside at campus. I tell who can do 1 round. Then so my girl will tell, my daughter will tell, no, I cannot do. But my son, no, I can do. Oh, I will give a chocolate, go and come. So he will do, because the boys are nonsense more. Okay, girls are good. So that is why I am not telling the boys to girl, but the thing is that they are very naughty. So you can do that one. Engage them and make them more to work, like running, kabaddi. You tell them to you play. So they will play, they will be happy. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you all the participants for your valuable queries. Once again, I am reminding you, before leaving the session, please complete the certification and feedback form. Link is available in your chat box, both Zoom as well as YouTube link. And once again, good evening to all. This is Acharyalu. And thank you, Behra sir, for your wonderful presentation. Definitely, I hope this session will enlighten the minds of the both students and faculty community, sir. This presentation also helps us for our daily life, sir. Thank you, sir. We will definitely follow your words. Now, I convey my sincere vote of thanks to Dr. Ranjan Kumar Behra, sir,